Hi, third grade. So today in language arts writing activity, we're going to continue our work on our draft letter to the president or to the first lady. So you're going to need whatever you have so far from your notebook. So be sure to grab that. Included in this Google form are tools for you to use while you are revising your draft to a final letter. There's a lot on this Google form for you to use. So use it as a guide. There is a letter template to remind you where things go. It's all set up for you there. So as you start to copy your final draft on a piece of paper, make sure you're using this template to guide you to be sure you're putting things in the right spots, okay? So let's go through that quickly. You put the address and date at the top. Now, I don't know, make sure with your personal address that this is okay for your parents, that you're going to actually send this letter. We're going to do the exercise either way, but if for some reason your parent is not comfortable with you actually sending the letter, that's okay. We still need to practice letter writing and proper form and everything else that goes along with it. So there is a chance that maybe your parent says, you know what, that's great, but we're not going to send this. And that's okay. I just want to let you know that, okay? Either way, I want you to do it. It's good practice, and you're going to need to know how to write a letter, right? Okay, so a greeting. The examples here they give are dear Mr. President, dear First Lady. Don't forget to capitalize their name or the president. You can capitalize in this sense because we're talking directly to the President of the United States. The body on your sheet here is whatever you're going to say. Don't forget to indent, just like you would when you start a paragraph. You got to indent. Put that thumb there, make an indent. Things that we can put in the body of our letter. Tell the president or the first lady a little bit about yourself. Tell them why you're sending the letter. You can tell them this is a class assignment, or you can just tell them whatever you would like. If you can't think of something, that's an idea. My class is doing this together as part of studying the executive branch. Brainstorming other ideas would be maybe a direct question like, what's it like to be the president? What's it like to be the first lady? What's your favorite part about being the president or the first lady? What don't you like about being the president or the first lady? What's your favorite color? You can ask them anything. They're people, okay? They're going to be happy to answer your questions the best they can, I think. So that's the body of the letter. Once you're done with that, it should be a paragraph. Focus on limiting yourself to a paragraph that's good and strong. And then the closing, you can write sincerely or from or all the best or stay healthy in this time. There's some examples there for you on this letter guide. Make sure you put a comma after that and then your signature. You guys can write in cursive now, so you could write your signature in cursive if you wanted to there. All right, at the very bottom of this is also a guiding template for your envelope. Hold on to that until we do that part, okay? But this is good. This is really good information too. It tells you where everything goes on the envelope, okay? All right, so that's the letter template that's attached. We did some brainstorming on ideas on what to write, and hopefully you have a good body of a letter going. The other things that are included here is if you don't have an envelope at home, most of you probably will. Ask your parents. Don't take anything. They might have plans for it, so ask them first. If you don't, I included just this template is attached here too that you can actually make your own envelope if you need to. I doubt many of you will need this, but just in case. There is also, this is very helpful. Is your letter mailbox ready? Did you check, double check, and is everything ready to go? Okay, this is a great checklist. So before you seal anything up, make sure you do this checklist. It's very thorough. All right, it says on here, Did you edit your letter for correct spelling, grammar, punctuation? Okay, you're going to self-edit. If you don't know how to spell something, you're going to look it up in your dictionary, okay? Circle it on your draft and go look it up and get the correct spelling. This is a letter to the president. We want to do the best we can. Think about capitalizing proper nouns, names of places, state. When you write out your address, that's a proper noun, a special person, place, or thing. Okay, anything that's a proper noun needs to be capitalized. Think about your grammar, no run-on sentences, complete thoughts, just like it's basically paragraph writing, but in a letter form. The body of the letter will be like a paragraph with an indent. And then there's a little checklist for your grammar. Did you use a comma between the city and state when you addressed your envelope? Between the date and the year, when you put the date and the year up top of your letter, the comma goes in between. Okay. After the greeting, dear Mr. President, comma, dear First Lady, comma. Okay. After the closing, from Finn, comma. Okay, so you would write from, comma, and then sign your name. So I would write all the best, comma, Mrs. Hurd. Okay, so this is a great checklist for you. Be sure you look at this before you seal up your letter and ready to send it off, okay? Did you find the address? I'm going to give you the address, so don't worry about that. Zip code. Okay, it's a great checklist. So if you check off everything on here, you should be good to go. What I like too is there's a little spot on this that says about your letter. And it says, to whom are you writing? We know that. And then it says, what type of letter are you writing? Do we think about what's the intention of our letter, just like we think about what's the intention of our paragraph writing? What's the author trying to do with this writing? Are we thinking? Not really. Is it a fan letter? It could be if you're a big fan of the president. Thinking of you letter? Kinda. Letter of support. So it depends. Think about these specific ideas when you're writing. What's the intention of your letter? Is it more of an interview? Do you want to just ask the president questions? Okay, so an information getting letter. All right, so I put all of these in the form so you have everything you need in one place. Don't worry. I would say that if your letter writing is taking you a long time and you're looking up a lot of words and it's taking a long time, Friday, you have time built into your schedule to work on other things that you didn't quite finish. So don't feel pressured or rushed. Let's do a good job. What I'm going to do is today I want you to focus on finishing your draft, at least starting your final draft on a piece of paper. You'll have to ask your parents for a piece of loose leaf paper or stationery if they have it. And get going on writing if you can. That means that you have read through your letter out loud, you've caught any grammar problems, you've looked up the words that you need to look up for spelling, and you're ready to transfer your revised draft to start writing, okay? So I would say your goal is finish any draft work, get it all set, start your final letter, and then if you don't get it all the way through, on Friday you can work on finishing your letter and addressing the envelope. The envelope won't take as long, okay? All right. I am so excited for you to write this official letter to the White House. Ask good questions, be a good detective, put some thought into the body